First things first, good morning, y'all.
All right now.
Well, not so bad, and you?
Not so bad.
Not so bad.
You have a good weekend?
I had an all right weekend. My girlfriend was sick, so I just sat around editing the podcast. Editing.
Yeah.
Editing.
Close on that one. You might have to edit that out, but that's fine.
Editing the podcast. You did some work this weekend, I heard?
No, I worked out.
Your liver.
That as well. Watched the F1 race. That was a heater.
We'll have to get into that one.
Yeah, definitely got some good research on that. The race itself was poo-poo caca. Very, very bad. But the stuff that's come out of the race is shocking, to say the least.
Also something to look forward to as we get into the back end of the episode there?
100%. Yeah, it's right at the back end of the episode there.
So you actually have some info for us today, not nothing for once.
I do, yeah.
Okay. Well, why don't you tell me about your weekend? Just kidding. I don't give.
Thought that was coming. Yeah, thought that was coming. Figured.
Yeah.
It was my birthday last week, so the boys took me out this weekend. We went to it's called Launchpad here in Canada. Most places in the States, it's called Top Golf at the driving range. It was cold as all's balls. It was, I think, probably like minus 25.
Is that degrees Celsius?
Degrees Celsius. Fahrenheit, don't know what that is. Don't care.
I just know they overlap at minus 40. So
yeah, other than that, I have no idea. But yeah, it was freezing. They had the heaters on, and the drinks were flowing, so couldn't really feel it. Like when you were swinging the club, you could tell that club is ice cold.
Yeah,
like your hands would vibrate for like a minute after hitting a ball. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. I blacked out.
Zero recollection.
There's like bits and spots. Like I remember being in the liquor store on the way back. We took a party bus, and yeah,
big money Mitch over here. Party bus rentals.
Well, not a big deal, Podcast
pulling that out of the trust fund? Or?
No, that's coming straight out of the podcast fund, actually.
You're using podcast money for party bus?
It's a business expense. I can write that off. It's all good. Don't worry about it.
Well, I mean, I don't know about that one.
I know about that one.
Oh, okay.
I looked up the taxes.
Really? You looked up any sort of accounting?
No.
Didn't think so.
Didn't wanna.
Yeah,
but yeah, no, there's not a lot of memory. I remember most of golf.
Okay, that's pretty good.
But yeah, the ride home back at our place after, very limited.
Very slim?
Yeah.
Did you end up sleeping in your own bed, or did you just make it to kind of the foyer and kind of...
No, I believe I made it into my own bed. I woke up in my own bed.
I bet your lovely girlfriend had to carry you in there, which probably wasn't hard for her because you're 5 foot nothing.
Yeah, 5 foot nothing, 100 and nothing. Yeah,
100 and nothing pounds soaking wet. Zero muscle.
Shut the fuck up.
Built like a 2x4.
Yeah, pockets full of loonies and toonies, 100 pounds. No, I woke up. We ended up getting McDonald's that night, and I ordered a McChicken, and it came with 2 patties, and I think all of the lettuce in Canada. There was so much lettuce.
Full bag of salad on top.
Yeah, like when I woke up in the morning, I went upstairs to get some water, and I just see this McChicken container, and it's literally full of lettuce. Like the bottom half is just pure lettuce. So I was told that I was very upset about it, and pretty much didn't want to eat any of it because I was just rattled at the amount of lettuce. Oh, it was ridiculous. And like I still ate lettuce on the McChicken, but most of it was still in the tray. And there was a lot. It was like a Tupperware full of lettuce.
Now on McChickens, are they putting mayo on there, or is it that mayo style sauce?
It's like a fancy McChicken sauce.
What is that?
I don't know. I think it's mayo and like
it's got to have mayo
and cayenne, maybe.
We're giving out secret ingredients here. The 11 herbs and spices.
These are alleged. Yeah, I don't know what they are.
Well, I also heard a rumor that Big Mac sauce. I don't know.
Thousand Island.
I heard it's Thousand Island, and in some places in the world, it's just mayo, mustard, ketchup, and relish all mixed together. That's all it is.
I think that's Thousand Island, essentially.
I think you're right, actually. Yeah.
That shit's good. And occasionally at grocery stores, you can buy it in like a squeeze tube.
A squeeze tube? Not a squeeze bottle?
Okay, bottle, sure.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Like a squeeze tube, I think of like a...
toothpaste.
No, not even... I guess, yeah, toothpaste. I'm thinking more like those yogurt tubes.
Bro, I haven't had a yogurt tube in so long.
They were so good. Yeah. Did you ever freeze them, make them into pops?
Yes, dude.
That was the move.
And with what were those the cups? Mini Go?
Yeah, Mini
And you could buy those sticks.
Yeah.
And you'd stick them in and then a little popsicle. Freeze those, Johns.
Fire.
Yeah, those were so good.
Yeah, growing up, Ma used to make like Jello and it was a little bit of Jello. Like if you got orange Jello, you'd orange Kool-Aid. Do a little orange Jello mix, little Kool-Aid mix, water. She's got the recipe somewhere probably. I don't know the exact.
You'd have to find that.
Exact measurements on that one, but put them in. You remember you used to be able to get those little. It's like a 2x3, like a little 6-thing popsicle maker at the dollar store.
Yeah.
Put the plastic tops in it. She'd put that in there and then make little homemade popsicles. They were so fire. So fire.
That sounds good.
So freaking good. Speaking of that, though, I got something here, and I see you peeking at my notes, trying to cheat at the game.
I just want to be ahead of the curve here.
You're not really ahead of the curve on much. Yeah, I got a little game here for you.
I love games.
So I don't know if it's necessarily a game. More so.
Okay, well, I don't want to do it anymore.
You're gonna do it because that's how this works. Is I tell you what to do, you do it. And
yes, miss.
So 90s inventions.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, we were both near the tail end of the 90s there growing up.
No, you were 84, weren't you?
No.
Yeah, you're coming up on 40 pretty quick.
That's not it.
Yeah,
not
you're damn near a whole decade older than me.
Governor, that's not it.
I think that's it there.
No.
That's it.
Anyway, so you growing up in the 2010s, so you're a child still. You probably got to see a couple of these. So what's your most recallable thing from the 90s there that you wanted, never got, or that you got and was just so cool?
I mean, from the 90s, I was negative.
Yeah, but into the like, if we're being real and we're not making fun of each other for a second. So you're born into the 90s, okay?
Awesome.
So 2000s growing up, you still would have had all of your kind of 90s toys around, right? Like, okay, I'll give you an example here. Do you remember the little Matchbox trucks? They had little tiny cars in them. And it was like, it would either look like a car battery or a gas can. It would open up and have a sick little city inside.
I typically didn't have, I had a couple of Matchbox ones floating around. I was Hot Wheels.
Oh, Hot Wheels.
And I had it was kind of like a briefcase. And the mat.
Briefcase.
And the mat that would roll out. It had the town on it and all that.
The mat with the town? That was so cool.
I had that. That was a lot of fun. I still will go take a look at the Hot Wheels rack at stores.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, Hot Wheels, Legos. I had Hot Wheels, and I remember my next door neighbor had a garage sale one day, and I bought 2 gigantic bags of cars, little dinky cars, and that's where most of the Matchbox ones and older style ones came from. But yeah, I big on the Hot Wheels.
So growing up, garage sailing, Ma and Pa used to always go for the Lego. So we had a 150-liter tub, and they would go and they'd, garage sale people would throw a whole bunch in a Ziploc bag.
Yeah.
Or I guess, I don't know what to call it, so you don't use the brand. They'd throw in a little plastic, a sealable plastic bag, throw it up for 50 cents or something at a garage sale, right? You get a couple hundred pieces of Lego. So we had a thing of Lego. You could build whatever you wanted out of it. But something I saw commercials for that I wanted? Do you know what moon boots are?
Yeah, a friend of mine had those.
How cool were those?
I was a jealous little fuck. Those were like, in all honesty,
I guess you did grow up in a really wealthy neighborhood.
Fuck my dick. No, when you actually put them on,
really?
It's like I can jump higher.
But they weren't that cool.
Oh, no. Like I could jump higher by myself without them. Like they were super clumsy. They didn't really hold your feet that well. Like it was like you put on like a really, really loose pair of boots.
That's sad.
Yeah, and they were heavy. Like it was cool. Like you could just kind of bounce in a spot, but like
just like you were in little tiny trampolines.
Yeah, they were overhyped, but I was still super jealous.
I only ever saw commercials. I never met somebody that owned them.
Yeah, I only had the one friend.
I bet you got to try them on.
Oh, 100% I tried them on multiple times.
Okay, what about purple ketchup? Do you remember that?
Remember it? Never had it. Because Ma probably looked at it and was like,
full of chemicals.
What the fuck is this?
Yeah. Ma was not a fan.
Yeah, like she probably realized this one's going to grow up to be an idiot anyways. I probably shouldn't pump him full of purple ketchup.
Yeah, extra chemicals to ruin his brain.
Yeah.
Yeah, there wasn't a lot up there to begin with, so.
Almost none.
I heard your childhood drawings, you couldn't get between the lines.
No. My maps of Canada were atrocious. Getting up to the territories.
Dude, do you remember
good grade.
Coloring in Nunavut? All the little islands? What a disaster.
I feel like I would do like mainland.
Yeah.
And then I was just too lazy and I'm like, I'm not doing that. Dude. You can't force me to do that. Saskatchewan, all day long.
Oh yeah.
It's a long square.
Yeah, it's essentially the Wyoming of Canada.
Not a real place.
That's true. Wyoming is
Colorado too.
Myth. Yeah, Colorado's also square. Yeah. What's
Montana
on with borders, by the way? How are they like?
Yeah, who's deciding that?
Like Alberta, where we're from, it's got some like 3 sides of it.
Yeah,
flat. 4th side, mostly flat, and then somewhere along a mountain range, they were just like, "Hey, this is where it's gonna be." What are you doing?
What are we doing with that?
Like, I understand not having straight edges on like the coastal provinces or coastal states. Yeah,
but what are we doing there?
Yeah, why are you messing with it? Even Yukon looks kind of like, I don't know, a triangle, but they decided not to make it triangular.
Yeah, I don't understand any of that.
Yeah, like
most of Alberta makes sense. Saskatchewan makes sense.
Yeah.
Manitoba makes sense until it gets to Hudson Bay. But that's Hudson Bay. It's not straight.
Well, even the edge of Manitoba where it hits Ontario, that's all messed up. Like, it's not a straight line either. Yeah, it's kind of all crookedy there.
I thought it was straight.
You clearly don't know anything about geography.
The East Coast? Quebec? There's enough wrong with Quebec as it is. My goodness.
That's, yeah.
If you're from Quebec, I'm sorry, but I'm also not sorry.
Really?
No.
So Manitoba is not as crazy, but there is a little
ridiculous.
Like, it kind of jets out. They could have just made it a rectangle and gone straight up to like Thunder Bay there.
Yeah.
Called her a day.
But then they would have lost out on Churchill and all that.
Yeah.
But that place is full of polar bears. You don't want it anyway.
But yeah, and then Ontario is kind of understandable. But right over where kind of Tirana is.
Oh,
Tirana. It jets out there for some reason. It's got a little willy hanging off the side. And then we're not even going to get into the East Coast because there's too many little guys out there.
Yeah, they're all crazy. PEI.
Yeah.
At least they're just an island.
Yeah.
We'll take that.
That's true. Their border makes sense because they were just like, hey, we are just an island.
I don't want to go make a bunch of jagged lines through the forest. We're just that rock out there. We'll take that. Don't worry about that.
But speaking of the East Coast, the ocean bug you?
No. When I was down in Mexico, I was all up in the ocean. I'd have like a couple moments of.
Okay, all right. Let me rephrase because you're obviously too dumb to understand what I'm trying to get at here.
Okay.
I'm not talking about a beach. Like, if you went out on a cruise ship, not a cruise ship,
would not go on
a freight liner into the middle of the ocean.
Would not do that.
Why?
Front falls off of those sometimes.
That's also scary. Let's say you were on one that wouldn't. You're out in the middle of the ocean where it's like thousands of feet deep. That scares the ever-loving bejesus out of me.
Yeah, I'd I'd need to touch the bottom or very easily be able to see the bottom.
Yeah.
And not bottom like, oh, it's 500 feet deep, but I can see the bottom. 20 feet, maybe, is my max. Crystal clear water, 20 feet, okay.
Like a swimming pool, if it's 50 feet deep, I'll still swim in it.
Yeah,
but it's
swimming
clear water.
Mm-hmm.
The ocean?
Yeah. Dark. Don't want that. What's down there?
Don't want it.
I know that there's things down there. I don't know what they are. I don't want to find out.
Big teeth and little dangly thing with the light on the end?
From Nemo?
Yeah.
Yeah. That guy was scary.
One of those gets my foot, I'm done.
Oh, no,
he's having me.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that. And also, NASA started out exploring the ocean. And then suddenly they were like, yo, why don't we look at space? What did you find? What did you find down there?
Yeah, they saw something on a camera.
No.
They saw something on a camera. We're like, nah, we'll take our chances with aliens.
Yeah.
I don't want any part of what's down there, so we're going to go up.
Like, is it like the Kraken, like a big old squid, or is it a megalodon? Big old shark?
They are there.
Apparently they are, yeah.
Well, I'm not talking megalodon. I believe...
No, the squid.
The squids. Squids, 100% proven.
Giant squids, yeah.
Megalodon, I don't see it. I think that's gone. It's just, it's too big. What's it eating? We'd see signs.
Well, you see once in a while, there's a picture of like a whale or something, and it's got huge teeth marks in it.
Yeah.
Like way bigger than any shark we got now. And it's like, okay, well, A, whale is really old. Guy has been swimming forever.
Yeah.
Or B, there's something down there that maybe got a wee bit of a hold on him before he managed to hit the old e-stop button there.
I don't want to know what's down there.
No.
Because like the sperm whales, they'll go down and tussle with
those are your favorite kind?
The cum whales. They'll go tussle with the squids.
Yes.
But I feel like there'd be either big squids or sperm whales that are missing like gigantic chunks.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I don't think that the megalodon is hanging out.
No, I don't think he's down there anymore.
No. But I still don't want to find out. And like cruises, I don't think I'll ever go on a cruise.
Why not?
One, you're stuck on a boat, people. That sucks. 2, middle of the ocean, sucks. 3, you go for like those visiting days, they drop you off at a port. Something weird happens, you miss that boat.
Yeah, bingo bango, you're done. You're stuck. You live there now.
Again, sucks.
Yeah, that's it for you.
Mm-hmm. And it's just not dry land. Like I don't want that. Titanic, the Titan at sea, the world's first single-use submarine.
Oh, that was a good one.
I don't want that.
No, that submarine. I don't know. I know everybody else on every other podcast out there has talked about that, but you get enough rich people together, and like you and me together have enough bad ideas. Could you imagine if we had unlimited money?
Oh, we'd be ridiculously dead.
But we would not have died in a submarine.
No, we're smart enough to not do that.
Like the Logitech controller.
What are we doing?
How much money do you have? And you have I don't know what it was, maybe $50 controller?
Yeah.
Like at least get a nice controller.
Like I don't even trust my Xbox controller when I'm playing video games.
No.
Like it has issues.
You get stick drift.
Playing Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Well, can you imagine stick drift in the Titan sub?
Yeah.
Just bang right into a cliff, underwater cliff. Like, no, nice, sweet.
Well, I mean, did they even make it to the bottom to worry about stick drift? I thought they got crushed kind of close to.
I have heard that something went wrong with it, and they just started dropping really, really fast.
So taking on water?
Either that or just I'm guessing it had some sort of like a buoyancy tank.
Yeah.
Would be my guess, unless it was just fully piloted by propellers. But something went bad. They started dropping way too fast, and then shkaboink, just crushed instantly.
Yeah, because that's a lot of weight down there. That's
a ton of weight.
Like you go to the bottom of the pool and you can feel it in your ears. Mm-hmm. Imagine that down that deep.
Oh yeah.
I don't know how deep they got, but not my cup of tea.
How deep is the Titanic?
Titanic's got to be down there.
I'm not denying that it's down there. Jesus Christ. Take a guess.
Okay, hold on. Before that, can you tell me how deep the deepest part of the ocean is, because I don't want to give some ridiculous number that is so far off.
And we are going to do it in feet. Deepest part of the ocean, what? Marianas Trench?
I think the Marianas. I mean, also great band.
Unbelievable band.
Stutter.
Go through all of their songs. Find me a non-banger. Yeah. I will wait.
Yeah,
I will wait.
Desperate Measures.
Shake Tramp. That's a first song I heard.
Celebrity Status.
Celebrity Status makes me want to go through a fucking wall.
That is my anthem for becoming podcast famous.
Mm-hmm.
Celebrity.
Well, even like their slower songs.
Yeah.
They're so good. Fallout.
Oh.
I didn't love Fallout when it first came out.
But after you get a couple listens.
I was big on that.
Yeah.
And even any of their recent songs, like last 5 years. Like, really, really good. Canadian band. Gotta love them.
I know we're super far off topic here, but not only Marianas Trench, a great band, Down with Webster. Rich Girl.
Your
Man.
Big Wheels.
Anyway.
So, woe was me. Woe was me.
Oh,
Lamp.
You and me get going to that song.
Yeah. We could get hurt to that song.
Anyway, so I doubt they were listening to that song because nothing would have happened. But how deep is the Marianas Trench?
So it's not Marianas Trench anymore. It is the Challenger Deep.
So I'm guessing
it's the southern end of the Marianas Trench.
Okay.
In the Pacific Ocean.
And that is the deepest point in the entire ocean, allegedly, that they've found.
Okay. So that is 35,876 feet.
36,000?
36,000 round it, yeah.
Okay. So I'm guessing most other places in the ocean are maybe half that. Because I've heard that part is a lot deeper than the average.
Yes.
Titanic went down kind of off the coast, like the east coast of Canada, kind of by Maine, New York there.
Newfoundland was closest.
Newfoundland, yeah. I'm going to say 8,000 feet. Am I close?
You're not, like, completely off.
Okay, for once.
About 12,500 feet.
Damn.
Yeah. So when you're in a pool that's
20
feet deep and your ears go whomp, 12,500 feet.
That's a lot of water.
Yeah.
You're not swimming up from that even if you got out.
No, you'd be crushed. That's like, you're getting crushed.
You get that, what's that syndrome?
Decompression sickness. Nitrogen, that's under 60 feet.
Oh.
So if you go lower than 60 feet into the ocean.
Oh, scuba dive expert now over here.
Yeah, and if you resurface.
Has gone one time in his life.
Never scuba'd.
Oh, so now you're just a wannabe.
I've been training my entire career here for scuba.
So
all I'm trying to do is scuba.
Something with nothing to do with water.
Yeah.
You want to do scuba?
This is all training for scuba.
Okay. Right.
Office fans, you'll get that. So yeah, essentially under 60 feet, if you go up, so the way that they do it is they breathe out.
Yes.
They're bubbles. They need to go up slower than the bubbles. So there's like a certain if you're really deep and they're doing it in like a bell, the bell is pressurized to the right thing that can just go up.
Yeah.
But if you're free diving, you need to rise slower than your bubbles. So oxygen doesn't build up in your blood.
Yeah, because it expands.
Yeah. So you either get decompression sickness, which is like you get bent is what it's called. Your limbs are all cracked out. But if something happens in your brain, you're just dead.
Yeah, that's fair.
So if you're that deep and you got out of that sub, you would just be crushed into mist.
Yeah, that's fun.
That's so scary.
No.
What are we doing?
Not my cup of tea.
No. And like if you fall into the ocean, obviously you're drowning by that point. You're big dead.
100%.
I have no need to go out that far into the ocean.
No.
Maybe for fishings.
I've been getting into some deep sea fishing videos.
I go that.
Yeah.
Like off the coast of Florida, in the Keys. In the Keys, choice for me's. All the way out there though, like I can't see land. I haven't seen land in hours.
Yeah, not what I want.
Not my cup of tea.
No.
So what episode is this? Is this Cinco?
This is 5, because 4 is the bonus episode, which comes out on Wednesday.
Okay.
Yeah. That is a good episode.
Yeah.
Poopy butt soapy guy.
It's
gonna be a listen.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
It's a real chin scratcher there. You really...
Makes you think. Makes you wonder.
Yeah. Mostly it makes you wonder what's going on inside of our heads. But it makes you wonder about certain situations in life that would just be interesting.
That's true.
So, we're technically, this is 5 episodes in.
Yeah. And we are 5 because we were doing so well that we decided to release a bonus this early in our career.
Podcasting career.
Exactly. Which is impressive because I really didn't think anybody... I don't like listening to you. I don't like listening to me.
No, I hate... But the thing is, if I have to listen to you...
Yes.
It might as well be recorded and put out to the people.
Yeah, because I need everybody else to hear what I have to go through on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah, we get sympathizers. Be like, yeah, I understand what you're...
Yeah.
This guy's an idiot, and you have to talk to him all day.
It's bad.
It's really tough. But with this short kind of start to this, we started last week?
We are about 12 days into this.
12 days into this. So everyone that has supported, viewed, subscribed, followed,
the whole 9.
Yeah. Bots excluded for now. I'm not really... I don't know
Instagram, something weird happened.
Yeah, I don't know how many are bots or what's going on. But everyone who's not a bot, thank you so much. We have some ridiculous growth going on here.
Yes.
Our YouTube, we have 1,600 subscribers.
Unbelievable. I was going to try to put out a thank you at 1,500, but we blew through that this morning in the early hours.
Which is absolutely insane. Our TikTok is almost at 3,500 with... how many views do we have? 175,000 views?
Yeah.
Which is... I don't know if that's a ton on TikTok. I don't actually have TikTok.
I think a lot of the people that do well on TikTok are over a couple mil. But for 12 days in,
that's not too terrible.
Huge thank you to anybody that liked that, commented, viewed it even. I don't really care if you like it or subscribe. It's nice, but honestly, just that is unbelievable.
Yeah. I also like to apologize to anyone who had to actually listen to us.
Yeah.
But huge thank you for doing it anyway.
Speaking of people that have to listen to us, so our podcast got some analytics for you here. I'm going to get you to guess as a bit of a game.
I love games.
So our podcast across all platforms, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Pocket Casts, Overcast, there is
anywhere you can find your podcast.
Anywhere you can find your podcast, you can listen to us. Guess how many people have listened to our episode full way through. It gives it full way through here up to the last 30 seconds because a lot of people have outros in that.
Yeah.
So up to the last minute isn't included. So they listened for at least an hour to our thing.
150.
Keep going up, buddy.
300.
Keep going up.
750.
We're looking at 887 people right now that have listened the full way through.
Jesus.
Majority of these people are coming to us through our website, haynpodcast.com, or they are seeing our TikToks and stuff like that and searching for our podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, all those again. So pretty impressive. Today alone, 250 people have listened up to 30 minutes. Jeez. We have an audience size of 387 people. So there's a lot of people listening to it over and over again, which is kind of nice.
Yeah.
We do apologize. We figured we wouldn't have anybody listening to us for the first little while, so we could pump out like 12 episodes and post all of those before we took off. That was the hope. Now at episode 5, we've got people double listening because they can't seem to get enough. So we will start producing a little bit more here for a while to kind of catch up with demand, figure out where it's going to go. They will still be released Mondays and Fridays, but we'll get a little bit of backlog so we can do some bonuses, some extra stuff for you guys. We do have a Patreon now too. It is free for everything on there. Even if you pay, you get the same stuff, so don't feel obligated yet. But you can go on there, get all of our podcasts for $5 a month. You can help support us, get us towards our little goal there of getting some sort of a special going where we do a little tour around the country. Yeah, not bad, hey?
Not bad at all. And we are receiving questions through emails. Most of it's just kind of what we're releasing, when we're releasing it, but some are actual life questions. So we are going to put together a YouTube video.
Yes.
Where you will get to see just how good looking I am and this clown's ugly mug. So we will have a YouTube video with more of that stuff, kind of Q&A that we've received through emails, messages.
Yes.
All that kind of fun stuff. What are we calling the car section?
I just call it Car Talks on everything, and then I list where we are getting our info from, but that can also be adjusted.
All right.
So, Mitch, on last episode,
which
would have been the bonus, at the end of that there, you had talked about last weekend's race in
Bahrain.
And you had given me your guesses on positions of drivers.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, you did. So I wrote it down so that we can see how good you did, to see if you should have been a betting man this weekend. Okay. So your list was Verstappen first. Pretty easy guess for most people there. That's not really. So I wrote down your next 5 after that because Verstappen's kind of
butchered them.
A freebie.
Yeah.
Okay. So you had Verstappen, but we're crossing out. You had Leclerc, Norris, Perez, Piastri, and Sainz.
Butchered that.
Yeah.
Most of them are in there, but just in the wrong spot.
So how did it end?
So race results, obvious. Verstappen in first.
Yes.
Sergio Perez second. Carlos Sainz third, finishing off the podium. Leclerc in fourth. Holy jeez, did he have a race? He was
not doing well.
Not doing good. George Russell.
Bad car, or like get spun out or something. I didn't end up seeing it.
It was either his car or his him, but he could not lock up his tires.
Really?
Every corner he was going into was lock up. It was
just lose all traction. Yeah.
Yeah, something was wrong with either the downforce, the brakes, the tires weren't linking up. It wasn't a good day for him. George Russell in fifth, Lando Norris in sixth, Lewis Hamilton seventh, Oscar Piastri 8, Fernando Alonso 9, Lance Stroll 10th. After the first lap, he was in last. He got
all the way back.
Big old spun out in the first corner.
But he got all the way back up to 10th.
He got all the way back up.
That's some good racing.
That's our one Canadian in there.
That's impressive.
Yeah. So the amount of daddy's money hate that he gets, trust me, I give it to him as well.
Yeah.
But he is a very good driver.
Yeah, if you can get from last to 10th. F1 race.
Yeah.
That is impressive.
That's really good. And last year, he drove that race with 2 broken wrists and broken toes.
Ooh.
And he got much better than that. Yeah, he crashed his mountain bike a couple weeks before and just said, bugger it, I'm going to go drive a car now.
Wait, she goes, now I also heard Verstappen had quite the lead.
Yeah. So I think it was 4 or 6 laps in, he had a 4-second lead.
Ooh.
Which is pretty standard for the guy. It's not, anyone who watched F1 is not surprised by that. But at the end of the race, with the Godfather himself, Jeremy Clarkson, waving the checkered flag.
Ooh, I saw a little clip of that. That is a proud moment there.
Yeah.
Clarkson is my man.
He's a beauty.
Yeah.
So Verstappen finished in 1 hour, 31 minutes, and 44 seconds. Sergio Perez was 22 and a half seconds behind him.
Wow. 22 and a half.
And then the gaps get a little, so 3 seconds behind him was Sainz, and 15 seconds behind him was Leclerc. So they're
15 still a good gap.
Yeah. The gaps stretched and came down a little bit throughout the race. Some other big news.
Oh.
So Logan Sargent with Williams got 20th. That's not really a surprise. He's not the best driver on the grid.
Okay.
Valtteri Bottas 19th with his 40-something second pit stop.
Oh.
Yeah, it wasn't
big
good.
problems?
Big problem with one of the lug nuts on the wheels.
Oh.
And then Esteban Ocon and Pierre Gasly of Alpine, 17th and 18th. Their team has taken a nosedive this year. They're nowhere near the pace they need to be.
Ooh, that's not good.
So Alpine fired 2 people directly after the race.
Really?
Matt Harmon, their technical director, and their head of aerodynamics, sick name, Dirk De Beer.
Sick name.
Awesome name.
Yeah, that's a good
Yeah,
name.
like partner up with Anheuser-Busch or something. Like you've got something going there for you.
Yeah.
That is also the team that Jeremy Clarkson has invested in.
Oh, so, come on.
Yeah, tough for him. Alpine is old Renault, which they have a lot of race history. They've won championships.
Yes,
Renault, yes.
Yes.
That is where Fernando Alonso got both of his world championships. So they're a team that's done it before, but just right now they're straight up not doing it. So they're going through some issues.
Having a couple problems here and there.
Couple French problems.
Yeah.
Other news. So with Lewis Hamilton moving to Ferrari next season, there is an open seat at Mercedes. Carlos Sainz might fill it, but also new news after this weekend is that Max Verstappen might fill it.
Leaving Red Bull?
Yeah, I don't know if he should do that.
Red Bull's car is quick.
Yes.
And I think that's got a little bit to do with how good he is. Like, he's a great driver, don't get me wrong, but the car is half of it at
least. It's just, when you look at side-by-side speed, the car, like Adrian Newey, their designer, is alien, I believe. Don't know of which planet, but I think he's of alien descent.
Okay.
And he just knows how to build every little piece in the car perfectly.
Right.
So with Verstappen having a potential move to Mercedes, that leaves the Red Bull seat open, which has been rumored that Lando Norris would fill that. I believe he is still in contract. Carlos Sainz of Ferrari, who is getting booted for Hamilton, he is an old Red Bull Junior team driver. So him going back to, and Carlos Sainz is a damn good driver.
Yeah.
So him going back into Red Bull, Hamilton going to Ferrari, Verstappen to Mercedes would be just a crazy crossover episode. And I'm kind of here for it.
I'd be super into that.
It'd be a really, really cool 2025. Just seeing all the mix up, who can make whose car work. Is the Red Bull actually that good?
Yeah.
It'd be really cool to see what goes on with that, if that does happen.
That'll be a great way to see just how good of a driver Verstappen is.
Yeah.
Because if he gets a car that's a little slower, but he's still putting in huge lead times, then it's Verstappen.
Yeah.
But if he goes to Benzo and that's it for him, he starts falling behind. It's the car.
He wants out anyways. He's done a thing. He wants to pop to endurance racing.
Yeah.
But yeah, if he goes to Mercedes and he's up against Russell as a teammate, who's been in the car for 3 years now, and blows him out of the water, then it's kind of, there's no question it's Max Verstappen. He's just that good. And if he starts competing with the guys at Red Bull, then it's Max Verstappen. Or if whoever goes into the Red Bull seats, they start blowing people out, it's the car. Other news on the Red Bull Visa Cash App ATM machine, banknotes, pink slip racing bulls, Daniel Ricciardo and Yuki Tsunoda had a little bit of a whoa at the end of the race.
Really? What happened?
I think it was 4 laps to the end. Yuki was battling Magnussen. And keep in mind, they were not going for points at all. They were gone. They finished 12th or 13th and 14th, Magnussen in 12th. So Tsunoda gained up on Magnussen. He was getting pretty close to passing him. Ricciardo was on a different strategy. So he had softer tires, more grip, faster car. So the team called for a driver swap to let Ricciardo in front of Yuki so that Ricciardo could have a go at Magnussen. Down 13th, 14th, it really doesn't matter at all. There's no points for that. It means jack shit. So they had known that was probably going to be the plan at the end of the race. If there was a spot that they could fight for, they'd let Ricciardo take a look at it because he had the softer tires and faster car. 4 laps to the end, they ask Yuki. He complains about it for 2 laps. Finally lets Ricciardo go. Ricciardo doesn't pass him either. So after the race is done, everyone's just circling the track to get back to the pit lane.
Right.
Yuki dive bombs Ricciardo into a corner. And then as they're coming out of the corner, he brushes past Ricciardo's car, almost hitting it, damaging the car, taking money out of the team budget.
Yeah.
Potentially hurting a driver. Stupid.
Wow.
Really, like
at the very end, too.
No, race was done.
Yeah, it's over, and he's still pulling.
Childish move. Ricciardo started to react on the radio and then kind of just held back. He's like, all right, whatever.
Yeah.
We'll talk about this later. But that's just
that's not a good look.
No, and he's not a rookie. He's got a couple years in F1 now.
Yeah.
But, like, that's just not a good move for the team, not a good move for him.
No.
So we'll have to see what happens with that team. Probably next weekend they'll be chatting about it. So, yeah, that was pretty much the last big thing of the weekend.
So now, do you have any predictions there for this coming weekend?
So I think Max Verstappen's going to be in first.
Really?
Yeah, I do.
Where's the race this weekend?
It is Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, which is a really cool track. Street circuit-esque, which Sergio Perez does really good at.
Okay.
So my predictions for this weekend will be Verstappen in first. With the fastest lap, probably 15, 20 seconds ahead of everyone else. Perez in second. Carlos Sainz in third again. I'm going to say George Russell fourth, Leclerc fifth.
Really?
Yeah.
So that's for this coming weekend, their March, whatever that is.
Actually, I believe it is.
Like 9th, 10th?
Yeah, I don't know if they're back-to-backing right in the first weekend here.
Or are they going
March 7th, yes. So it is this next weekend.
March 7th.
March 7th.
That is Thursday.
That's the start. So Thursday will be practice 1 and 2.
Okay, yeah.
So that's the start of it.
But you're calling for the full race there on the weekend.
Yes.
Okay. All right. You're pretty confident in that, or?
I'm pretty confident in that.
Yeah. I mean, at least first place, right?
Yeah, first place is a given. Yeah.
So now you gave me, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Mm-hmm.
If we take Verstappen out, who do you got coming in the actual 5th spot, since Verstappen's is kind of, you can ignore him?
I'm going to go with Lewis Hamilton.
Hamilton, really? How come?
He's Lewis Hamilton.
Yeah, fair enough.
He's got
bit of a goat.
Decent driving history at that track. He's won it before. He's qualified first before. So, yeah, I would say Lewis Hamilton will get the better in technically 5th, because I don't like including Verstappen anymore. That's cheating.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
So I got something for you.
Okie doke.
So this is rally car related.
Hell yeah.
I've been getting pretty into the WRC there.
Mm-hmm.
So found out the other day that they're releasing a new movie here coming up. I don't remember when, but I got so excited about the movie that I didn't pay attention to the release date, okay? So now, 1983, way back in the day, kind of about when you were born.
Okay.
There was a fairly epic battle between Audi and Lancia.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? They had very similar cars in a rally sense, and they were both kind of underdogging it there. Okay. Lancia had a bit of a scandal. They had said that they had more cars than they did. So they'd kind of upped their stock game a little bit there, drawn a little more attention to themselves and things like that. But yeah, so it's the 1983 battle for Group B in the World Rally Championship.
That'll be cool.
So that movie's coming soon, somewhere near you. No idea where, no idea when. Just got way too excited about that, but we'll probably end up watching that one and chatting about it.
That was the golden age of rally.
Good looking cars back then.
Where the track would just be basically an outline of people.
Yes.
Like, wherever the people aren't, drive your car there.
Yeah. And you got
insane.
You got those old cars too, like what is it, the Ford Escort?
Escort Kazi.
Yeah.
The Lancia Stratos, I think, was there one.
There was one, yeah.
And kind of their little hatchback looking boy.
Yeah.
And then Audi was just the Quattro.
Yeah,
those were disgusting cars. Yeah. Those are sick.
Yeah. So it'll be a good movie.
Yeah.
So McLaren.
I know the guy.
You know, car brand. Sorry.
Oh yeah,
car brand. You know the P1.
I know the P1.
Good car.
Sick car.
Fast car.
Yeah.
And in 2024, they will be a debut of the follow-up.
Ooh.
So it's going to be called the P18. Okay.
Uh-huh.
It's going to have a plug-in hybrid drivetrain. So it's still a hybrid, so it's got fossil fuel, so it's fine. So we're okay with that. It's built around a V8 engine. It's going to develop more than, want to take a guess on horsepower?
I'm going to say more than 1,000.
Yeah, more than 1,000. That is exactly what it says here. They haven't talked a lot about the powertrain. The only thing that they've said there is it's supposed to weigh 70% less than the system McLaren currently uses, which is a huge weight drop. 70%. That is ridiculous.
It's got to be a lot of titanium.
At least few thousand bucks. Couple Benjis on that one. It is also reported that the carbon fiber chassis with integrated seat backs is going to be 3D printed.
Whoa. That's cool.
So I don't know how they plan to do that, because I don't know shit about 3D printing.
No idea.
But that'll be interesting. But yeah, so far it is a rumor, but that would be freaking cool, because I mean the P1 competed against like the Porsche 918, the LaFerrari, all of that.
Yeah.
So that's going to be a very, very cool car.
So they were the first to do it, weren't they?
I think so.
That kind of hybrid madman powertrain. Or was it all three of them kind of popped out at the same time?
I don't remember.
No, but that was
McLaren
a cool battle.
Yes. In the news of trucks here, okay? When you think of trucks, what do you think of?
Mud, beer.
No, I'm going models.
Oh. Ram 1500 Motor Trend Truck of the Year, 3 years running. It's never been done before. Can tow 12,000 pounds of steel beams.
So I was just going to say.
America.
So you're just calling the Ram 1500. That's the only truck you can think of?
Oh, GMC Sierra, Ford F1 Shifty.
So those are the big ones that you can think about, right?
Yeah, the big three.
Yeah. Is there a fourth one out there?
Toyota Tundra.
Yeah. We're going full size pickups too. So. So now I noticed you didn't say Nissan Titan.
I forgot about the Titan.
I think everybody did.
Yeah.
So the Nissan Titan has been axed from the Nissan line, or the Nissan line, however you want to say it. I'm going Nissan because that is the way you say it. So allegedly it's because of the poor sales, which honestly, the coolest Titan that they released was when they had the Cummins in it.
Yeah.
And then they did the Platinum Reserve, the top end one with the Cummins engine, was a nice truck, but that was like 2018.
Yeah.
And then I think they got rid of the Cummins 2019, 2020, somewhere in there. And steep drop off there in sales, I'm guessing, after that. So that's not
great. They
weren't
great on gas too, were they?
No, I don't believe they were terribly aerodynamic. And for a truck that says something.
Yeah.
Because trucks are built kind of like cows. They're not terribly aerodynamic.
You know that a cow was more aerodynamic than a Jeep Wrangler?
That's what I was referencing. Yeah. Pretty interesting. So last year, the Ford F Series, so like F-150, F-250, F-350, guess how many units they sold?
A million?
700,000.
Yeah.
Guess how many the Titan sold last year?
65,000.
15,063.
Got spanked.
So no wonder they are axing that truck. The Frontier will still be produced for now anyway.
Okay.
Because the Frontier is doing better than the Titan, but I think Nissan's thing with all their CVT transmissions and everything, I don't think the Titan had one. I think it was still rocking a 6-speed or maybe an 8-speed. But I think the Frontier's on their CVT line.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll probably stick a little bit better. I think.
Well, can they not just develop one to handle the weight, probably? That size of a vehicle.
I wonder if that's part of the problem, right?
Because Frontier's not a big truck. Or not the Frontier, the Frontier. Titan's a big boy. Frontier's not really that big.
Frontier's, I think it's about the same size as a Tacoma. I think it is a little bit smaller, but it's in that kind of small pickup range.
Yeah.
I still think, though, small pickup, best truck ever is 3. We're going year 2. 3, 2, 1, 06.
Ford Ranger?
Ford Ranger.
I didn't know year.
I said that we were including a year in the beginning, and you stupid idiot.
Well,
you didn't even listen.
Okay. Cheetos over Sun Chips.
We're not getting back into this. Nope. We're not getting in.
One of the dumbest things you've ever said.
We're not getting into it.
All right, fine.
Anyway, so that's it for the Titan. 20 years in North America. Been a good run.
Yeah, we'll talk to you, Titan.
The only other thing I got here from Nissan is they have a 2030 vision of an electrified future. They will be accelerating the process of transforming their largest manufacturing plant into an EV manufacturing. This will support productions for all electric vehicles, which it doesn't say there if that means their entire line is going to go EV, but not good because they can't GTR EV. They can't.
I would not like that.
I'd leave. I would leave the planet.
Hybrid?
Maybe.
Make it somehow faster off the line?
Well, like you were saying the other day with whatever car it was we were talking about, the Spectre.
Yes.
Put the engine in there, you smooth out between shifts with the hybrid drivetrain. That'd be the move.
Keeps power going through the shifts. Like, good.
Yeah.
Good. We want that.
So now 2021, remember Ram did a little something there? A little something called a TRX.
Oh, the TRX, yes.
With a very large engine and 702 horsepower.
Yeah. Hellcat truck. Dock.
Okay. Now, with Ram dropping the Hemi, the 5.7 out of all their cars, what do you think they're gonna do there to the TRX?
If they're going how most trucks are going, it's going to be a twin turbo V6.
So they've released a couple of ideas, and these are unofficial. These are all hearsay. They're gonna say that the Ram 1500 TRX may or may not come with an EcoDiesel V6.
So they have the EcoDiesel
in the Rams
already.
Yeah. I just don't know. Like, I mean, they throw some turbos on it.
That'd be a big ass turbo.
A lot bigger. I mean, you just put them in line with each other and just turbo.
Yeah.
Engine.
Yeah, because I won't be making the same amount of oomph.
No. But allegedly they are doing it because of the absolutely horrendous fuel mileage on the TRX, which when you buy a truck like that, you're not buying it for fuel economy. No. What are you doing?
And you're driving it like an absolute buffoon, too.
100%.
Like off a stoplight, you're putting your foot through the bulkhead.
You're putting your foot in front of the headlights.
Yeah, that thing's never accelerating slow.
Every red light, launch control engaged. Mm-hmm. Every
supercharger whine 24.
Oh,
you're not worried about fuel.
I love it. So now the last thing I want to touch on here is how often do you think you should change your oil?
10,000.
10,000?
Yeah.
So my first
synthetic with a synthetic.
Oh, full synthetic blend all day, every day.
Yeah.
My manual says 5,000 K for 3 months on my truck, which I think is a little short.
Yeah, a little bit.
Like our work trucks, they're going.
Oh, that's 10,000 for sure.
Maybe easy more. 10.
Yeah.
I got a warning light the other day saying that change oil soon. Just to reset it. Yeah. She'll keep going. It makes some noise, and they'll take it in. Yeah. Don't tell me what to do.
No, I'm doing my own thing here.
It gets foggy out, and you can't see out your little front camera, so you don't have forward collision warning, and you start freaking?
Yeah.
Don't talk to me.
Do you know what the forward collision warning is? My right foot.
I thought you were a 2-foot driver because you're slow.
I used to 2-foot drive in my car when I was properly driving. In the truck, no.
Okay. Yeah, fair. Well, I think that's all I got for today, Brody.
That's all I got for today.
So, can they find us anywhere? Or?
Oh, my goodness. You can find us anywhere. Anywhere. Promise me, anywhere that you find your podcasts. HAYN podcast. You may notice that there was a slight name change on that. Our name actually coincided with the name of another podcast called How Are You Now?
Yeah.
It's about Letterkenny, which is a Canadian, going to be a cult classic.
Oh, yes, 100%.
Very, very funny show.
Yeah.
From the small amounts that I've listened to that, it is about Letterkenny, which is completely fine, and Shoresy.
Yeah.
A little spin-off of Letterkenny.
Great show.
So we have changed it to How Are You Navigating now.
Probably forever, because changing that was a effort.
Oh.
So that will most likely be our name. It is not taken, and it does relate to cars, which is kind of what we're going for here.
So about half and half. Talking like idiots and...
Yeah.
Well, talking like idiots about cars. So just being idiots.
Standard day for us, pretty much.
All our other sites, Instagrams, Twitters, TikToks, YouTubes is HAYN_podcast.
Yep.
And again, we will be having some stuff coming out on YouTube. I have recently purchased a new racing simulator. I'm moving away from Logitech and going to Fanatec.
You're going to do a little unboxing video for everybody?
I'm going to do a little unboxing for the folks at home.
Okay.
And we are going to somehow figure out getting drunk and playing our Sims, as we both have them.
Yes. I think I can clean out my spare room, and we can probably use that.
Yeah. And just get buckled, and maybe that'll be on Twitch. We have a Twitch now as well.
We do have a Twitch. It is in the process of being set up, but it will be linked most likely to Mitch's account, and there will be potentially lots of stuff coming on that too.
Yeah. I'm slightly a Forza / most racing game addict.
Yes.
So there's a lot of nights where I'll pop on the stream or even just put videos up of me playing.
Yeah. And we will also probably have to figure out on Twitch how to dub over so that we can just play a podcast through for everybody. Because when you play video games, you lock in and you're like an iPad kid. I can't talk to you. I go
mute.
I could start a fire and you would die in it because you are too stupid and too locked in to look away.
Yeah. The Forza Horizon, I'm better because it's more of a jokey game to me.
It's more just a good time.
Yeah, just that free world stuff, driving around. I got no problem with that. But if I'm in a racing, like, online game, you could probably shoot me and I wouldn't notice.
Just shoot you.
Yeah, I'd wait until after and say, oh, that's inconvenient. That's not great.
Yeah, so HAYN_podcast on all forms of social media. You can also check out our new website at https://
Yes, good.
HAYNpodcast.com. There is a little bit of merch on there. Feel free to look at it. Most of it's kind of put together stuff just to put something on there. You got anything else?
No, got anything else?
So I reckon we'll probably end up talking to you then.
Yeah. Yeah, no, we'll talk to you.